Kesh kicks it long. Eba Viegas. Forward looking for Luis Leal. Feeling is that the veteran number 10 may be a bit lonely today. Playing as the sole out-and-out striker. Saidou Sanusi down the line for Moses Simon. Simon with a terrific ball in, and it's headed into the net. Victor Osimhen opens the scoring. A goal that's been coming practically from kickoff today. And Moses Simon, who set up both goals in Nigeria's opening win against Sierra Leone, once more, he is the man with the assist here today. Jose Pizarro's team with the ideal start. Perfect cross from Moses Simon, and nodded into the net by the Napoli striker Osimhen, a player who you have to say they really missed at the AFCON in Cameroon at the beginning of the year, as he recovered from having surgery for facial fractures. He's still very much bearing the scars today. That's why he's wearing the mask, but he is pretty much guaranteed source of goals, and Nigeria already in front. Ajayi put under pressure by Luis Seliman, but happy to go the back way to Francis Uzo. But they couldn't get the second goal they needed, having conceded early on to the Ghanaians. Their rivals, the Black Stars, qualified for a place in Qatar instead, and there was some rather unsavoury incidents in the stadium at the end of the game with fans invading the pitch. Osimhen to make it two. It'll be turned in surely by Moses Simon. Osimhen returning the favour, and Moses Simon, who's been making the goals so far in this AFCON qualifying campaign, now gets on the score sheet himself. The skipper today makes it 2-0. Supporters in the stand here in Agadir today, and they're enjoying themselves. Little wonder Osimhen just onside on that occasion, and very alert play from him. Knew that the better option, rather than going for goal from that angle, was just to play it across the face of goal. And Simon arriving in front of Eba Viegas, the number 20. Nigeria 2-0 up. Our side, who brings it down. Thought about the shot at goal himself, tried to play it inside to Luis Leal. The Nigerian defence get it away, and picked up now by Victor Osimhen. The Napoli man looking for Terry Moffi in the middle, of fine ball through. Moffi to make it 3! Excellent finish by Terry Moffi, and he gets his goal this time. And the third goal before the interval that Nigeria had been searching for. They are on easy street. At the end of a breakaway, Sao Tome and Principe were maybe hoping to keep things as tight as possible into the interval, keep it down to 2-0. Just exposed themselves a little bit, and they were caught out at the other end. Osimhen feeding Moffi, and Osimhen following up his opening goal with a couple of assists. First one for Moses Simon, and now one for Terry Moffi of Lorient in the French top flight. 8 goals in Ligue 1 this season. Sao Tome and Principe. Simon again. And Thibaut inside to Ajayi. Nicely worked Ademola Lookman now. Lookman across the face of goal, and an easy finish. Nodded in by Victor Osimhen, his second of the afternoon. and Nigeria's fourth. That goal applauded by the sprinkling of spectators in the stand here in Agadir. Well, Osimhen is having quite an afternoon. Forget about the goal disallowed for offside. He has now scored twice, either side of a couple of assists. And all that, of course, off the back of netting what proved to be the crucial goal in their first game against Sierra Leone in Abuja. Now then, Ahmed Musa, first involvement for him, the substitute with the captain's armband on, lays it back and ball into the near post, tucked into the net by Terem Moffi. And that is 6-0. And a second goal of the afternoon for the Lorient striker. Well, it's like a training exercise, really, this for the Super Eagles. They are cruising this afternoon here in Agadir. Ahmed Musa playing his part, having just come off the bench, and it's Zaidu Sanusi, the number 3, who sets up the goal. And an easy finish from close range for Terem Moffi. Comes inside Ahmed Musa, unselfishly picks out Moffi, might just fall for Lookman, it's number 7. And Ademola Lookman joins the party. Oh, they're running riot today. Ahmed Musa had already played a part in the 6th goal, and he played a huge part in making that one. Sao Tome in Principe would have come out in the second half hoping to keep the score down as much as possible, but the gulf in class is just too big. Premier League star Lookman pouncing to finish after Moffi had been thwarted by the goalkeeper Anastasio Braganza, who's made a few very important saves today. There's been a couple of disallowed goals too. Nigeria could have had double figures already. Instead, they have just the 7. Well, Nigeria showcasing their attacking strength here. Osimhen is in again. Osimhen for his hat-trick this time. Surely it's 8-0. Well, he's had an outstanding afternoon, Victor Osimhen. He could have had his hat-trick already had he not been denied by the offside flag, and there was never much doubt that he was going to run through and finish that one. The flag staying down on that occasion. He went underneath the goalkeeper this time. And the Napoli man adding yet another goal, and you sense that Nigeria are not finished there. Just the quality that the Super Eagles have. Victor Osimhen, a player who was the top scorer, remember, at the under-17 Worlds, but really in reality they've just come up against a very strong Nigerian team who have been hungry to score goals today. They might have the chance to get the 10th. Dennis maybe goes down, and the referee thinks about it and points to the penalty spot. It will be a spot kick in the final minute of stoppage time. The chance for Nigeria to get into double figures. Well, Dennis seemed to go down in installments, but he was caught there by Jardel Nazare, the defender. The referee got a very good look at it. And surely it will be Victor Osimhen to step up. Nigeria to wrap up the victory today. Emmanuel Dennis tucks home the spot kick right at the end of injury time. They have been utterly rampant, the Super Eagles. Victor Osimhen may have been the star of the show. but all his fellow attackers have joined in. And Dennis, who's had a very decent season in the Premier League in England, albeit with a struggling side, rounds out the scoring. Bigger tests await for Nigeria moving forward, but they certainly seem to be heading towards a place at next year's AFCON in the Ivory Coast with something to spare. Agonising for Sao Tome and Principe, who've been completely outclassed today by Nigeria. The island nation of little over 200,000 people, just unable to compete with a country of more than 200 million.